that I do. I don't normally do that. There's just sound guys that have their own stuff and then they just slate it. So.
Newport Beach, California at the Pacific Club for today's 2019 Lott Impact Trophy 42-player watch list luncheon. I'm Alex Crawford. We're going to be bringing you this live stream for the remainder of the luncheon as we grab some football VIPs, talking to some different people. I'm actually going to talk to Coach Mike White, if we could have you for a second, and then we'll get John Hamilton next after that. But I'm here with Mike White, former NFL and college coach, two-time college coach of the year. But I wanted to talk to you about a player that you coached when you were at Cal, Joe Roth. He revealed at the end of the season that he'd been playing with cancer throughout the season and led them to a pretty good season. Talk about him a little bit and how character impacted his game and the lessons you learned from coaching Joe Roth.
Well, as a coach, all our products have been contacted with them. Never in my career, and I've been around a lot of years in coaching, I never had a quarterback from San Diego, came to Berkeley. He had a tremendous 1 year in junior college and was ready to play the next year, and they discovered the cancer. And unbeknownst to everybody, started the season, played the entire season. They all find first pitch.
Well, can you talk a little bit about the importance of character in coaching? I mean, you coached at the pro and at the college level, so you've coached a lot of guys over a lot of years. How important is having a player of high character on your team?
Oh, I say this in all sports, and I've been watching basketball playoffs lately just because I get big on like Warriors. A lot of them,
I don't know what you're talking about, but you never do.
Players in the lockers, their affection is just confident in each other. You got to change that. And that's why team sports are so good. You need some of them just sign, some of them just go about their business when they know.
Well, we're going going to see the 42-player watch list announced today for the upcoming season, although we have to wait a little bit until the season starts. We got to wait till August, you know, for college football season to kick off, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot of high-character players throughout the season. Excited to see who ends up winning the trophy. Coach Mike White joining us today here on the red carpet at the Pacific Club. Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thanks so much. Thanks for your interest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no problem. I love it. So we'll have some more interesting people to talk to. I think John Hamilton's going to be joining me next in just a second, live from the Lott Impact Trophy watch list luncheon at the Pacific Club, Newport Beach, California. I'm not live anymore, right? I'm grabbing John Hamilton, and I'll have him ready as soon as you guys are ready. Can we grab a couple words for you, John?
Yeah, sorry. Bad news.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
I got to get it together for in there anyway.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready.
I'll be ready.
Okay, man.
All right.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. You probably have to get the wide angle on there now. Coach White's, he's in shape. That's quite a car.
That Rams? Yeah. Whose car is that?
No idea.
Donovan? I don't even know.
Yeah, he was with the Rams.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but
Thank you, Joe.
hi, Teddy.
I am. Okay. All right. Ready when you
You're
are.
the founder.
Yep.
Hi, Teddy. I thought you weren't coming. I'm glad. You see, great.
I'm here on the red carpet again at the Pacific Club for today's Lott Impact Trophy watch list luncheon. I'm here with the chairman of the Impact Foundation, one of the founders of the award, John Hamilton. John, just to start us off, tell me why you started this award and what gets you so excited about it each year.
Well, I've kind of been a sports junkie all my life, and I'm a real believer in character. And we had a nice discussion about that last night. Joshua Perry, who's one of our guys here today.
Yep.
And he epitomizes what we have in mind in celebrating. We like to recognize not just a great athlete, but a guy who really shows in his community, in the classroom, and shows the real character of Ronnie Lott, frankly. Ronnie was just, he's the guy you'd like to have be your son. Perfect guy.
And why did you start this award in the first place?
Well, we felt there wasn't a recognition of that kind of a player. You know, there's all kinds of trophies that are awarded to players because they can run fast or jump or hit hard, but we wanted one that recognized the character of the person as well, and we're the only West Coast trophy as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I love about the award, being a West Coast college football fan, is it's the only one on the West Coast, and it's different. You know, you got to celebrate what the player does off the field.
Yep.
So, John, we'll catch up with you a little bit later on, let you get in there. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
All right, that was John Hamilton. He's one of the founders of this award. We're going to catch up with some more football VIPs here on the red carpet at the Pacific Club as we're waiting for the 42-player watch list to be announced, and we'll have all those names for you in a bit. I'm Alex Crawford here on the red carpet. I'll be right back with another football VIP. Yeah. I'll grab one of these. Oh, I'm gonna grab him. Yeah, I'll grab him. That's Bruce. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. We're gonna talk to some of our VIP guests. So, let's travel ball movie.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing much press on it yet.
Oh, okay.
Soon though.
Maybe you could just tell me, like,
I can just tell you what it's about.
yeah, what it's about, why you want to do a sports type movie.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Ready when you are. Welcome back here. Now joining me on the proverbial red carpet, Bruce Kalk, writer, director, producer, all around talented filmmaker. I know you did Con Man that came out last year, but you're working on a new film, Travel Ball,
Right.
which is a sports story. I don't know how much you want to reveal about it at this point, but maybe just tell me a little bit about what the film is and why you wanted to tell this story.
Yeah, for you guys, we'll do a little intro. It's we haven't done any press yet on it. It's about youth sports, and which is a $17 billion industry right now. It's rivals the NFL. So we're talking like club soccer and travel baseball and all the different travel sports. And so I've written a drama which shows the underbelly, the pressures that are put on kids to succeed, and the amount of money that's spent by parents, and what does that look like when your parents are putting all this money to try to get you a D1 scholarship. So it ends up having a really, really interesting ensemble ending of different athletes. We go to Manchester in England, and talent goes over there. The daughter goes over there to be on the pitches there to try out. The Angels looks like they're going to be part of the project here, so it's a good project.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we're excited whenever it's ready, whenever you can tell us more about it. We'd love to talk to you more about it. And just before we let you get in there and get seated for the luncheon, tell me a little bit about why you're here today and what you like, what excites you about the Lott Impact Trophy.
I think it's great that the defenses are celebrated for starters. My son plays football at USC right now, so that's always nice to be part of it. I'm a Trojan, and Ronnie Lott. So there's a few fight on, and Jeff Patetti. So I've got a handful of connections, and I just think it's a fantastic event and a worthwhile trophy to get.
All right. Well, thanks for the time, Bruce. We'll catch up with you later on, and enjoy your time at the luncheon today.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. We'll grab someone else, another football VIP or an interesting person to chat with in just a minute at the 2019 Lott Impact Trophy Watch List Luncheon. If we need, I could do a little recap of some of the people that we're expecting, and just talk about some of them. How's it going?
Great.
Are you going in for the luncheon?
I'm the GM here, so I'm going for all of them.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm ready. Alex Crawford here, still waiting for some other VIPs to show up. We got a chance to chat with Kermit Alexander, who played defensive back and running back at UCLA and then had an illustrious NFL career. We had a chance to talk to John Hamilton, who started this award. We had a chance to talk to Coach Mike White, who coached the Cal Bears, Illinois, where he's Coach of the Year 2 times, as well as a coach of the Raiders. And he told the story of Joe Roth. I don't know if that really came across to our viewers on the live stream, but Joe Roth, the player, the quarterback for Cal, actually was diagnosed with cancer during the season, didn't tell his teammates, finished out the year, led them to a good year, and passed away shortly after his senior year at Cal. So just a really moving story and a really interesting insight into the importance, I think, of character and the kind of people sometimes that you'll end up with on your team. We're hoping to talk to Tom Telesco, the Los Angeles Chargers GM. He's going to be here today, as well as Ronnie Lott, of course, the namesake of the award, one of the greatest people, one of the greatest individuals to ever play the sport of football. He'll hopefully be joining us at some point here. We're going to look around and see what other VIPs we can grab here on the red carpet, and we'll have some more interesting conversations for you here before the official luncheon gets started in about 10 minutes. We'll be right back. What? Oh, I talked to Oh, okay, so we can grab him again.
Come back out, you think, or is he settled?
Sitting down at the table.
Forget about the
So we've talked to him again, John Hamilton, and then Mike White.
So John
Oh, and Bruce Call, who's a filmmaker who's here. Okay. Right, with the, I'm gonna try to grab that. Okay, awesome. How's it going, Tom? I'm Alex. Nice to meet you. Yeah. I'm ready.
Well, this is quick. I just parked my car.
All right, I'm here with Tom Telesco, GM of the Los Angeles Chargers. He just parked his car, now you're on camera. So
I know, this is fast.
Yeah, thanks for joining us
anytime.
here. We're fresh off the NFL draft, I know, and you're going to be in here sitting down for a luncheon about an award that celebrates character.
Yes.
How much does what a player does off the field factor into some of those draft day decisions that you guys are making?
Oh, for us it's paramount. It really is. It's talent and character, and you have to have both. That's why this award is so special. I was actually looking down the list of this award. I think of the last 10 players, I know we drafted one while I was here, Manti Te'o. The 2 other players when I was with the Colts, we had drafted them. So, no, it's very important to us as far as the character part of it. Not only as far as how you represent yourself in the community, but as far as a football player, like the guy's a high character who can handle adversity. And it's, NFL football, game to game, is a lot of adversity involved. So we feel those players you can win with.
Now today they're going to be announcing the 42-player watch list heading into the season. I'm kind of curious about you as a GM. How much tape are you watching at this point in the year, and like what kind of work are you doing behind the scenes right now in May? You know, the football season, college football doesn't start till August. What work are you doing right now?
I'll tell you what, for me I need a little bit of a break from the college work, so I haven't gotten too much into it, but our college scouts work on it every day of the year. So they started looking at these guys probably a couple months ago, to be honest with you. So they'll probably know some of these guys already. I don't quite know some of these unless I've seen them on TV. But I'll start getting more into the college guys in the fall. But this will actually be nice for me to kind of see some of the names that's up there, because these are the type of players that we're looking for.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, as you said, if you look down the list of the guys that have won this award or been finalists,
But the who's who.
it's totally a who's who.
Yeah.
And I guess something that I think is really cool about the award is that it really celebrates defense, which, you know, you see how, you know, offensive players get celebrated so much with the Heisman and all that stuff, often a quarterback. You know, talk about the importance. You guys had a great defense this last season, helped you guys get to where you got in the playoffs.
Yeah, we've been building the defense, slowly but surely. We hired Gus Bradley a couple years ago, and Gus brought a system with him, and we've been trying to match the players to that system, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes some time. So even like this past draft, we drafted Jared Tillery from Notre Dame in the first round. He has a style that we're looking for the last couple of years. Just haven't been able to find it, but it's a fun defense to scout for. It's high energy, run around, run and hit players, and we're slowly getting it together, but it looks good on paper right now. We'll see in the fall.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the Chargers can do this next season. It's one more year before you guys go into the new stadium, right?
Yep.
Well, and then a couple more years for Phillip Rivers there, so we're all excited.
More than a couple.
That's right. You just signed an extension, right?
Not yet, no. But he wants to play for a while, and we want him here. So
yeah, well, he'll keep having kids. Maybe one of his kids can be on the team by the time he retires.
We'll be scouting them soon.
Okay, well, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Bolt up, of course, and we'll be back with some more interesting football VIPs here on the red carpet of the Lott Impact Trophy watch list luncheon here. Okay, thanks, Tom. I appreciate the time. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just in there, straight down to the left. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Not sure. Okay. I don't know who that is. Okay. We just had a chance to talk to Chargers GM Tom Telesco. Really excited to talk to him. He's going to be probably at some point maybe drafting some of these guys for the Los Angeles Chargers. We also got a chance to talk to Coach Mike White. We had a chance to talk to John Hamilton, the chairman of the board for the award. We've got a lot more people to talk to, including the namesake of the award himself, Ronnie Lott. But I think it's almost time to get in there and get this luncheon started, where we're going to be announcing actually the 42 players who are on the watch list for the coming season. So why don't we go on inside, take a seat, and get the watch list luncheon started. We'll go on in. Okay, come on, follow me along. Follow me inside. At the Pacific Club here in Newport Beach, California. A beautiful club where they have the award luncheon every year. They have the banquet every year. It's a great spot. Today's May 17th, and in just, less than 7 short months, we'll be here again, where there'll just be from 42 down to 4 players, the finalists for the award. We actually have another former finalist here today, Joshua Perry from Ohio State. We're going to chat with him later as well for some conversation on the ambassador program that they're going to be starting. But we're just a few minutes away from the luncheon kicking off, so we want to get in there and get you ready for that. There's going to be some great keynote speakers. There's going to be some high school football coaches celebrated, and they're also going to introduce the alumni ambassador program starting off. So let's go on in, check out the luncheon, and we'll be back with some more interviews in a little bit.
Thank you, Lord, for one more day. One more day for the Lord who's alive. One more day to train hard and be there. One more day to show friends how much they mean to us. One more day to ride along. One more day to Lord, thank you for one more day to enjoy all you have created. Lord, thank you for giving us one more day so that we can help you. Thank you, Lord, for all the things you've been able to do. So you see us faithful. Lord, thank you for one more day that we can take care of others. One more day to say thank you to those who care for us. One more day to say, and perhaps one more day to give it all away. Lord, thank you for one more day to say thank you to those who serve us today, preparing our food.
Let's go now.
Okay, please continue with your luncheon. We'll be back in a few minutes to introduce our watch list for 2019, but in the meantime, enjoy your meal. We'll be back to see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
We'll switch to it after.
Kimball.
Yeah, no, please stop.
15 years, the Lott Impact Trophy has grown from a dream and a vision to one of the most prestigious awards in all of sports. Our winners and finalists have distinguished themselves on and off the field as they continue their professional careers. Some, like J.J. Watt and Luke Kuechly, have gone on to NFL superstardom. Some have become respected coaches like Jim Leonard in Wisconsin. Some have climbed up the ranks of broadcasters like David Pollack at ESPN. And one is a neurosurgeon at Harvard, Myron Roll. Pretty good. All have become leaders in their community, spearheading charity drives, lending a helping hand, and being role models. We have had memorable speakers here like Condoleezza Rice, Jack Kemp, Bill Walsh, and Merlin Olsen to inspire us all. And we have been further inspired by the young men we have met here. Once again, in 2019, we present 42 of the finest scholar athletes in the nation for our 2019 watch list. They are all Americans and all academic stars, young men who will willingly volunteer their time, young men who will shine on Saturdays, and young men who will carry on the great tradition of the Lott Impact Trophy. Here are our 42 nominees for this year. Alston Adebo, Stanford cornerback, all Pac-12 performer, academic All-State. Marcus Joe Bacci, Michigan State linebacker, all Big Ten performer, team captain. Marcus Bailey, Purdue, academic all Big Ten, 4 times academic all achievement in high school, 115 tackles last year. Mohamed Berry from Nebraska, linebacker. He was the team MVP last year. He's also an academic all Big Ten. Kellen Brooks, he's the son of Hall of Famer Derek Brooks at Florida State. He was involved in the cleanup of Hurricane Michael in Florida. Derek Brown from Auburn, 325-pound tackle. He's on the AFCA Good Works team. He's a team captain. He was a Collegiate Man of the Year finalist last year. Miles Bryant from Washington, a defensive back. He's from Pasadena. Edgar Serenrod from Duke. He's a 6th-year senior. He's an all-state performer in high school. He's a sociology major in college. This is Cole Christensen from Army. He led the cadets in tackles last year. He had 163 in his career. There's Andre Sisco from Syracuse, a safety. He was a freshman All-American. He was the ACC Rookie of the Year with 7 interceptions last year. Troy Dye from Oregon. He's from nearby Norco. He led the Ducks in tackles for 3 straight seasons with 115 last year. A.J. Pensa, Iowa, defensive lineman. Led the Big Ten in sacks last year with 10.5. He's on the leadership team at Iowa. Patty Fisher, Northwestern linebacker, 2-time All-Big Ten selection, academic All-Big Ten. Jordan Fuller, Ohio State, Joshua Perry School. Defensive back, he's an academic All-Big Ten, Cresida academic All-American, Big Ten distinguished scholar, Ohio State student athlete 3 times. He has 162 career tackles. Jeff Gadney from TCU, he has 115 career tackles. He was 2nd team All-Big 12 last year. This is Cale Garrett from Missouri, a linebacker. He was All-SEC on the Academic Honor Roll Leadership Award. He's the team captain. Alohi Gilman, Notre Dame safety from Hawaii. 95 tackles for the season. He's a transfer from the United States Naval Academy. Richie Grant, University of Central Florida, defensive back. All-ACC first team, academic All-American as a freshman. From Penn State, Yetur Gross-Matos, All-Big Ten performer, 20 tackles for loss last year, team defensive lineman of the year. His career goal is to work with underprivileged youth. Bryce Hall from Virginia, 2nd team All-American, All-ACC. Kahili Hudson, Michigan linebacker. He had an NCAA record, 8 tackles for losses in 1 game. 8 tackles for loss in 1 game. Jalen Johnson, Utah, cornerback, all Pac-12 performer and all Pac-12 academic team. He's an econ major. Brandon Jones, a defensive back from Texas. He has 147 career tackles. He's a sport management major. Richard LeConte, Georgia, safety. He led Georgia in tackles last year. Rashard Lawrence, LSU defensive tackle, honor student with a 3.5 grade point average, team captain. Ray Lima, Iowa State. He's an all-Big 12 performer, academic all-conference, and team captain. He's already graduated from college. Justin Madupi, Texas A&M defensive line, defensive MVP of the team, honor roll in high school, community outreach program. Josh Metellus, Michigan safety, all Big 10 performer twice, 113 career tackles. Dylan Moses, Alabama linebacker, led the tie with 86 tackles last season. He was a second-team All-American. Kenneth Murray, Oklahoma linebacker. He had 155 tackles last year to lead the Sooners, including 12 and a half tackles for loss. He recorded 28 tackles in one game last year. Chris Orr, Wisconsin, 109 career tackles. He's a member of the Youth Advisory Council, the Peer Assistance Leadership, the Youth Usher Board, the Impact Youth Ministry, the Impact Choir, the Season of Service Ministry, and the Stands Club. Not bad. Shaquille Quarterman, linebacker. He started every game since he's been in school for 3 years, led the team in tackles last year. USC, Christian Ricker, he's from South Pasadena. He was second-team All-Conference. He has 98 career tackles. He's a political economy and non-governmental organization major. Malcolm Roach, Texas defensive end. He played in 34 career games with 94 total tackles. He's on the Commissioner's Honor Roll. He works with the Boy Scouts in his hometown. He's majoring in youth and community studies. Colin Schooler from Arizona. He went to Mission VA High School here in Orange County. In 2 years, he has 214 tackles and 35 tackles for loss. He was the Pac-12 Defensive Freshman of the Year. Isaiah Simmons from national champion Clemson. Led the national champions with 97 tackles last year, 146 career tackles. Michael Walker, Fresno State linebacker, all Mountain West first team, defensive MVP of the Mountain West Championship game. Curtis Weaver, Boise State defensive end. He's from St. Anthony's in Long Beach. He's a two-time All Mountain West selection, 20 and a half career sacks, academic all-conference. Evan Weaver, Cal, linebacker, has 159 tackles. Last year alone, 6th in the nation. Tyler Wiley, Arizona State, is a 6th-year graduate student who will play the Pat Tillman position for the Sun Devils this season. David Woodward, Utah State linebacker. He's All-American last year. He was a Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. He's academic all-conference. He's a business admin major. Finally, Jabari Zuniga, Florida defensive end, had 45 tackles last year, 104 career tackles, second-team conference. This is the 2019 Lott Impact Trophy watch list. You never know when we start out what we're going to get in December, but we've seen a pretty good early on. We've had some outstanding kids like Joshua Perry, who you're going to meet in a few minutes. And we've been dazzled by these young men every year. For those of you who attend our December banquet, I think you'd all agree that they're impressive young men that will be successful in any walk of life. As we said, we're reading about some of these guys who've gone into coaching, broadcasting, and one in neurosurgery. So it's an impressive list. I do want to recognize a few people before we get underway with some of our charity work here. We have a number of college football Hall of Famers, and some you'll meet later on, but one of them is the Senior Associate Athletic Director at UC Irvine, an All-American from Stanford, Garen Nelson. Garen, thank you for being here. We have our good friend and board member, Mike White, who was the Coach of the Year in 2 different conferences, Cal and Illinois. Next to a good friend of ours, the former Illinois Athletic Director at Cal State Fullerton, Neil Stoner. Another friend over here is from Missouri, our running back for the Rams, Robert Del Pino, number 39. Also, we have a linebacker from San Diego State in the Rams, Brett Farron is with us. He's over there, Brett. We play a little basketball once in a while. This guy said he coached Ronnie in basketball, and Ronnie said he made him run too many wind sprints before practice. Let's say hello to Stan Morrison. We also have another high school football coach with us from J. Sarah High School. He was an All-American at USC. He played in the league for a number of years with the Patriots and the Raiders. Say hello to Pat Harlow. And we appreciate all these folks coming today and joining us. Again, finish your meal and your dessert. Who? Bruce Robinson, he's a high school coach. No, I'm kidding. One of John's dear friends is the head coach at Modern Day, one of the most successful football programs in the entire country, Bruce Robinson. John said he would be better if he had played at Modern Day instead of Orange, but I'm probably not sure of that.
He did.
We're going to finish your dessert and coffee, and then we're going to start out with our charity awards. We're going to give some money away today, which is always fun. And then we're going to introduce a new program before we have our panelists come up here. And so those people who weren't introduced will be introduced when they come up to the panel in a few minutes. So finish your dessert and coffee. We'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
I'll give you the copy first. Would you like any coffee? Nothing? Be right back with the coffee.
large percentage of that goes to the university. So the 42 kids you just met via the screen, each week we pick the player of the week. His school gets $1,000 for the General Scholarship Fund. At the end of the year, we bring the 4 finalists to Newport Beach. Again, one of them will leave in a minute. We give each of them $5,000 to their university's General Scholarship Fund, and the winner gets $25,000. So we're giving away about $750,000 to schools. But we also like to give money away to the high schools and the youth sports programs. And we think it's critical to the success of those programs and the safety of those programs. So this year we're honored to give away money to these 4 programs right here, and to do that is our director of our charity events, Mr. Craig Gibson. Ronnie will come out and help with the checks.
Thanks, Pete. I'd like to reiterate what John said earlier. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Obviously, to drive here, some in lots of traffic. Also, I'd like to thank our sponsors and all of our supporters over the years, Lott Trophy, for us having the opportunity to give away so much money over the last 16 years. So I really appreciate that. The Lott Impact Trophy is dedicated to ensuring the healthiest environment for football players of all ages. Today we are donating $5,000 each to our 4 high schools in Southern California youth football programs. The monies are targeted for the purchase or the refurbishment of helmets, so critical to the safety of young players for this great sport. So first I'd like to introduce Richard Salazar with Florida High School. Secondly, former UCLA star Arnold Ale with Carson High School. Third, Robert Garrett from Crenshaw High School. Also, Gabriel Griego from Venice High School. And then last but not least, Quentin Hoff from the AAU youth football program.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for being here today, and good luck with your programs this year, and we're delighted to be part of that program financially. Thank you. Another part of our program, a new part of our program, is our Alumni Ambassador Program. And here to talk about it is one of our board members, Jeffrey John Vite. JJB, you're up.
Thank you, Pete. Good afternoon to all in attendance. It's great to have you here. Going into our 16th year, it's pretty exciting. It's really exciting. And we've kind of taken a reflect where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. And one of our greatest assets are the 4 finalists that we choose every year. These are all winners. And we want to engage them. So we have developed the Alumni Ambassador Program. And I've contacted a few of our former finalists and winners, and we put together a little video for you all to watch. You rotate that there. Okay,
Don't you love technology? You know, you used to whiteboard everything, but now you're just staring at a whiteboard. Okay, that's cool, and I'm good with that. There's some people that I'd like to recognize. First of all, my wife and my 3 boys. My boys have been coming since 2004, and they've grown up with the event. Joe Gatto and Karen Ringer of the Pacific Club and the staff here. It was spectacular. We are in pre-production of the Lott Impact Trophy Show, and the gentlemen that are running our streaming, our live streaming, Riley Hayes and Alex Crawford. And I'd like to recognize Grace DeWitt and James Knapp as our social media team. And of course, Pete Donovan, captain of content. And Louis Sandoval, who's joined our team, and he is perfect right now. Take a look.
Just an award for accountability on and off the field. And just so proud to be just having my name in the same sentence as Ryan Lott, because he's an amazing person, even better player.
To be a winner of that award was one of the greatest highlights of my football career in total. And I tell you what, to be associated with Ronnie Lott and what he stood for, not only on the field, but off the field, truly such a blessing.
What it meant to me to be around Ronnie Lott, it meant a lot to me, honestly. Just knowing that I would impact the game, change the game. I was an impact player, and I was a force to reckon with. It means a lot to me to recognize for that, but also off the field, being in the community, helping out people that didn't have the opportunities that I had, and trying to show them a better way, a helpful way to maybe get back on their feet and do something better with their lives.
How I carry the Lott Impact Award into my daily life is, just a constant reminder of, my responsibility to my community, and, as well as, the kids like myself, growing up. It's a big deal. It's a lot of weight.
I look forward to continuing the trophy's legacy in the NFL. Having strong characters is vital to my success. It allows me to be accountable to my teammates every single day, and I'll always strive to support the communities I'm a part of.
I think it feels good to be recognized for what you do, not only on the field, but kind of how you were raised to be.
Now that I'm a father and I have a 9-month-old daughter, I reflect a lot on what I want to be remembered as, and when she's older, what do I want her to think of me? And one thing I think about is I'm going to be more than an athlete. I don't want to just be, Devon Kennard's my dad and he played in the NFL. I want her to be proud of who I am on and off the field.
Winning the Lott Award was super special for me and my family. Going into my NFL career, it just solidified my college career and everything I did off the field as well as on the field.
Thank you for everything the Lott Impact Trophy Foundation does, and you guys are the best.
For all the student athletes who are on the watch list, I would say congratulations. Continue to be yourself. Being you is why you're in the position you're in. Ball out on the field, of course, but what you do off the field is important as well. So taking care of your business in the classroom, finish strong, and make sure you make time for all the stuff off the field, giving back and being a good person.
That's some great stuff. Just get it done. And we're going to get it done from here on in perpetuity. And that's the blessing of this award and how special that is. A couple of other people I want to recognize. We have from Enterprise Running Cars, we have Fred Abdel Moore. We have from the Balboa CEO of Lott's Travel, who has been a partner with us for the last 8 years, responding to all of our needs in terms of getting the players here once we announce the watch list. He's a friend of the trophy and he's a good friend of mine. So please a round of applause for those people. So when engaging in something that is new, you go to the beginning. And in the book of Genesis, in the beginning, God needed somebody to assist him. So he chose Moses. Now, Moses was the first guy using a tablet in the day. Three-time Super Bowl champion, USC All-American Willie McGinnis. If Willie would come out. Big man, John. Yes. A lot of big men. And finally, we're really delighted to have one of our neighbors with us from the Los Angeles Chargers, the general manager. Okay, so we have some questions for this esteemed panel, and it's truly a thrill to have them with us here. McAnally's from Harvard, trying to figure out how to work the microphone. So how many guys from Harvard are in the NFL?
Oh, so many now.
Yeah, so use the microphone.
I think there are 3 tight ends.
3 tight ends from Harvard, okay, yeah.
So before we'd have 1 from the Ivy League a year, basically, for a long time. It's good football.
Good football, okay. Why did you go to Harvard?
Wow. My mom wanted me to go to Notre Dame. My mom wanted me to go to Harvard, so she won.
She won, yeah.
I was lucky. But actually, I went and visited, it was funny, my senior year in high school, at Bill Park High School, I went and visited there. We paid for the flight just so I could make a decision on what college I wanted to commit to. So I really went there to escape the recruiters, and I fell in love with it when I went there. And it was just a great 4 years for me.
Now, many of you might know that Pat is the only person ever to ace the Wonderlic test that they give it to prospective NFL players. So if you're so smart, can you divide infinity by pi?
Yes. By the way, my dad never believed I got a 50 on that Wonderlic test. He always thought it was some guy, Harvard guy that owned a team that made it up. So, but I'll have you know that I did do some work with the Wonderlicks, and they showed me the test, and I did get it, but I would never get it again. That was a once lucky thing.
Well, it's an amazing accomplishment. Okay, would you pass the microphone over to Coach? Coach Robinson has been with us since day one. He's been on our board, he's been a speaker, he's been at the luncheons, he and his wife Beverly are just loyal to us, and it's great to have him here with us. Now, Coach, of course, had Ronnie in college, but Ronnie was a defensive back. Why didn't you make him a running back?
Slow. Actually, you know, I had Ronnie for 4 years at USC. But then I had to go against him for 9 years when he was with the 49ers. And we had a very dramatic game with the 49ers. Ronnie will remember this. And we're up at Candlestick Park. It's playoffs, winner goes to the Super Bowl. And we get off to a good start. And we then get a turnover, which the 49ers didn't turn it over much. And we get the ball at halftime, and we call great coaching on my part. A trick play where we fake it to one guy and then the lateral it back to the quarterback, and he throws a long pass to Flipper Anderson, who was a UCLA guy, which was a mistake that I threw the ball. But he's wide open, running down the field. It's going to be a touchdown. We're going to go ahead 10-0. And here comes, what's his name? Running over, and you can see the ball in the air, Ronnie Lott coming, and Flipper waiting to catch it. And Ronnie gets there, just dives through the air and makes the play, knocks the ball away, and jumps up. And now this is kind of separate. I'm I think the spread formation gives people's skill a lot of more opportunity to use that skill. So I think those guys would have been really difficult to tackle in the open. I think you felt that way too. You wanted to get those guys in a closet and then be able to hit them. But I think the spread formations, getting the ball out in the flat. Darren Nelson, where are you open? Now he was at Stanford and they used to get him open and getting the ball in space. And so I think that's the advantage that the great running back has.
Thank you. Pass the mic to Willie, please. Willie, of course, won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and I guess the question always comes up, Willie, Brady or Belichick?
Yeah. I got into some arguments with some people because they say I always give the Patriot answer. And I think when you talk about teamwork and caring about each other, I think you have to depend on more than just one particular player. And if you do, then the team that doesn't have that all-star player or that all-star coach will probably beat you every time. I just remember when Brady got his first start in 2001. He only threw for like 120-something yards in the Super Bowl, and I think 1 touchdown was a short touchdown. And we didn't really care because it was a team thing. And that's the one thing that Belichick always preached. That's why you see guys coming in and out of that locker room. But he is probably I'm talking Belichick, probably one of the smartest, not just coach with the X's and O's, but people you'll ever meet. And some of the things that we honed in on wasn't the big plays, wasn't the pretty plays, the unique, the laterals and all that. It was the small things. It was being accountable, the preparation, pushing each other, being smart, being tough. That's not mean getting penalties and things like that after the plays. He instilled something in us where we bought into putting team over individualism, and I think there's some great coaches here that try to instill that in their players. And we had a lot of superstars or guys that turned into superstars that bought into that. So when people ask me that question, I would say you can't really have one without the other. But the reason why I said Belichick was probably one of the smartest guys is Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick. They had just paid Drew Bledsoe $100 million that year. And when he got hurt, Belichick was the only one who had the vision after those games and the insight to stay with him and say, we're going forward with him. I mean, this is like a few months after Drew just got $100 million. So I guess if you're talking about having that intuition and knowing, he's been doing it for the last, 18, 20 years. So that says a lot about him, but it also says a lot about the only guy who's only won 6 Super Bowls, and that's Brady.
Boy, that's a great interview. I asked 3-word questions.
I know. I told you he was going to get it.
Is Brady going to be the first grandfather to win the Super Bowl? No, I mean, it's amazing that he's playing in his early 40s, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Not really. I mean, one thing that he had on that team, and Brady was a pup when he came in, and he figured it out quick that we had some guys in there that challenged each other, and we pushed each other. We didn't really give a damn who we was playing against. Our games were won pretty much during the week, just because of how we held each other, and we didn't want to let each other down. So, we had contests who could drink the most water, who got there the earliest to get to the weight room, who watched the most tape, and it was. Now when you look at it, like we were competing over little dumb things, but those things were the things that gave us the edge, when we played those games. So he's taken that mindset to a whole nother level. And he understands that he needs to prepare and train and do things a certain way in order to play at a certain level. If you watch this documentary on, I think it was YouTube or whatever he had, Time versus Time, one thing he said when he looked at the camera is, if you're going to compete against me, you better be ready to sacrifice your life. Because I'm sacrificing my life until I retire for the game. And that says a lot. nothing else really matters except for football while he's in it. So.
Willie, tell us, you're involved with the youth program back in your hometown, and could you tell us what you're doing down there for the kids?
Well, I'm involved in a lot now because I'm on the high school and youth committee for the NFL advisory committee. It's 11 of us now for the NFL, but I'm with the Long Beach Patriots. We have over 200 kids in our program, and I'm also now on the USA Football Board. I'm doing consulting work for the NFL because I think if we're trying to change the game, if we're trying to preserve the game, which is the best game in the world, it starts at the grassroots, with the kids and the youth and the high school. You can't change grown men after 15 years of playing. They get into the league and play for 5 years and throw all these new rules and expect them to change. So in our program overall, there's over 4,000 kids in the SYFL that I'm the coach's rep and I'm over. And now being with the NFL Youth and High School Advisory Committee, we're over pretty much all the youth programs all over the country. So,
thank you, Willie. Thank you very much. John, I think he would have won the Lott Trophy if he'd been years if we had started a little bit sooner. It's a pretty good candidate, another underachieving Trojan. But thank you for being here, Willie. Tom is the general manager. It's hard to believe he's a general manager because he looks like he should be one of the bus boys here. Such a young-looking man. And he went to John Carroll University. Can anybody name the famous coach who went to John Carroll? Not one.
Don Shula.
Don Shula went there. Okay, well anyway, Tom's had a great run at the Chargers. Of course, the Chargers had a phenomenal year last year, 12-4. Kind of still in a makeshift situation, getting ready for their new home. But he's done a great job with the draft. He's had 4 of his 5 first-round picks have already made the Pro Bowl. Jason Barrett, Melvin Gordon, Joey Bosa, and last year Derwin James. Tom, when you're looking at the draft, are you drafting by position or by the best player available?
Just that list you had up here before, those 42 players, that's essentially our draft board for next year. Those are the guys, just like, we drafted Joshua Perry a couple of years ago, but those are the guys we're looking for. I mean, the guys with the talent and the character, and that's why I want to come here today. This is exactly what I stand for, what the Chargers stand for. That's what we're looking for. And you can talk the talk, you got to walk it too. But those are the guys that we're trying to fit on our football team, is pairing up the talent with the character. And the character part, there's two folds for that. Any player that we bring in, they're going to represent the Chargers, the Spanos family in the community. And they are role models. We want them to be part of the community. And that's part of being a professional football player, so that's important to us. Other part of that is we want to win, obviously. And our feeling is the high character guys is how you win, because there's a lot of diversity playing professional football year to year, game to game, quarter to quarter. And it's the guys that have the character that can handle the adversity, those are the guys you can win with. If you don't have that, those are the first guys that go south on you. So we put a huge emphasis on the character part of it. So when we go through the draft, we're looking at talent, we need talent here, but we have to pair that character part. And a lot of this is best player available. That's the way we try and do it. It kind of depends year to year, but that's the way we try and approach it.
Okay, well, if you have any questions, come over and ask. We'll help you with the draft. We'll go to the draft room and tell you to pick some of these kids. It's pretty remarkable. Of course, this year in the draft, I think you drafted in the 5th round a quarterback from North Dakota State. I believe who had a record of 49-3 as a starter. He threw for a gajillion touchdowns and ran for a bunch. And the 5th round pick, his name is Easton Stick. And what do you expect from a 5th round quarterback, especially since he's playing behind a Hall of Fame quarterback?
We're just trying to replicate Tom Brady. They took him in the 6th round. We're going to take this kid from North Dakota State in the 5th, and we'll make him Philip Rivers, the heir apparent. But we drafted him with the thought of that he's not going to come in here and say, hey, look, you're going to be Philip Rivers' replacement down the road. That's not why we took him. We took him because he has all the qualities you need in a quarterback if you're not going to be 6'4" and have a rocket arm. But for us, arm strength is not the biggest thing you need to be a quarterback. Us, it's leadership. And you see it with Tom Brady, you see it with Peyton Manning, you see it with Philip Rivers. It's all those intangibles that are actually hard for us to scout. They're so important. The work ethic, the preparation, and being a great teammate. I know with Philip Rivers, when your hardest working player on your team is your quarterback, that really sets everybody else in line. And I haven't been around Tom Brady. He sounds very similar
When players come in and they see what their quarterback does, and they say, well, I feel at least what he does or probably more because I'm not as talented as he is. So the quarterback intangibles are so important, and Easton has those. I mean, he won a lot of games, made 3 national championships, 49 wins. He's also very athletic, he's tough, he's smart, and we think he knows how to play the game very well as a leader of the offense. We saw it in rookie camp already. He's getting players lined up at the line of scrimmage. He barely knows our offense yet, but he knew more than everybody else already. But those are the tangibles we need for that position. We think he has those. Will he ever become a star in this league? I don't know. We won't put a ceiling on it, but I know if he's not a backup in this league, I'd be shocked.
You were at the Colts for a while with Peyton Manning, and you have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Philip Rivers. Can you compare or contrast them? What do they have as similar? What are they different about?
They are remarkably similar. I wouldn't have known that until I arrived here with the Chargers. I'll say I was with Peyton Manning for 15 years. Okay, don't let this leave the room. But so when I was with the Colts, I mean, I could not stand Philip Rivers. I mean, first of all, we couldn't beat them, first of all. We came out here all the time and couldn't beat them. He's on the field, he's kicking the grass, he's yapping, but we couldn't beat him. And he just drove me nuts, not knowing him at all. And then once I arrived here and got a chance to know him, I mean, now I love him, obviously. But they are really, between Peyton and Phil, very similar in a couple aspects. It's really mostly what I talked about, the intangible part of it, the work preparation that they put in Monday through Saturday that nobody sees. Very similar with that. Their passion for the game of football is off the charts. And Philip is the son of a high school football coach, so he grew up watching football, playing football, being around it. Peyton's son of an NFL quarterback, so again, just grew up in the game of football. It's what they do, it's what they love. And the passion rubs off on everybody, not just the players in the building, but the coaches and even myself. It's fun being around football players that love to talk about the game and have such great passion for it. And they're very similar in those regards. You know, personalities are different, how they handle things, but the intangible part of it is remarkably similar.
I'm going to ask each of you to answer this question, starting with Tom, and then if you pass the microphone to your left. And would you guys tell us what we can do as a group, as all of individuals, but the Lott Trophy, to better the game, to make it safer, to make it more effective to everybody? What can we do, Tom? Give us a heads up on that.
Well, I think just the recognition of this award, I mean, watching those names up on the screen and reading about them, I mean, these are pretty special people. And what you just saw from Joshua Perry when he's up here talking to girls only for 5 minutes, what you saw there is what we saw in him when he was at Ohio State, more than just as a football player, but as a person. I mean, I look young, but this is 24 years for me in the NFL, so believe it or not, I've been in this for a long time. So I've seen a lot of players. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. And I'm not saying this because Joshua is here. He's one of the most impressive people I've met in football. And there's a lot of other kids like this, and they need that recognition to see that's out there for them. And, you know, football's important, and winning games is important, but making an impact with the award is just as important. Making an impact in the community, what Willie's doing right now in his community, that is so important for kids to see players that come out from their areas, wherever they grew up, and what they're doing and what football did for them. It's such a great game. But this award, I mean, I'm glad we can be a part of this. This is very special for us to be a part of this, and it's, like I said, it's right in my wheelhouse. These are the type of players that we're looking for, we can win with. But I think the recognition for this type of award is great to have these events.
Willie?
I said a lot. I think guys like Joshua coming back to the community, to the neighborhoods, and to wherever to give back is important for kids to see that regardless of what they're going through or what obstacles are in their way, they can accomplish, you know, and make something happen. Wasn't a lot of hope where I come from, places like that, but what gave me hope was when I seen players like Mark Carey and those guys who came from the neighborhood come back and talk to me and tell me the positive things that's on the other side. If I work hard and stay focused and stayed out of the way and made the right decisions, what was in front of me. The other thing I think what's important is there's a lot of powerful and really fortunate people in this room. Continue to provide the resources to these kids and to these coaches so they can learn the game, so we can teach the game the correct way, so these players can go through the pipeline, learning the game the right way versus us trying to break bad habits once they get to the NFL and to the higher levels. So continue to provide the resources where they're needed, continue to coach. There's some great coaches Coach, at Mater Dei, you've won multiple championships, but you've developed young men too. I tell our kids and our coaches and our parents and all the different programs I talk to, football is the carrot. Football, you get them in and you rein them in with football, but what's the messaging? Because everybody's not going to the NFL. So we got to teach these young men how to be men, how to be accountable, how to be responsible, life skills, how to treat people, sportsmanship, and all those different things. And then football just becomes the carrot. If they make it and go to the next level and they get a free education, then you've won. And then if they made it to the next level after that, then that's amazing and that's great. And hopefully they'll come back and teach the next kid.
Would you repeat that? I think the big thing is we all need to be able to see the positive side of the teams that we support. So much of social media now and everything you see is the negative. This guy didn't do this guy didn't do that. I think we need, particularly in your own family, for your children, we need to not say, he's a bum. We need to say, he's good, or we support the team. So being for your team is a big issue, and I think it's become bigger now, certainly, than at any time in my existence. And I think we all need to check and see, are we supporting our team, or are we saying so many negative things about the coach? I'm sensitive about coaches. I hate this thing, kill the coach and get rid of him. You know, I barely survived all these years with stumble bumps like Willie and Ronnie. But it's important. Thank you.
You gonna limit me time-wise? No.
Got a minute.
All right. Okay, two things, but I'll answer this question, then I've got to have my SC moment. Because I come here and I get abused every time. All right, because there are no Harvard people here, right? Am I right? Okay. Anyway, I would really encourage any player, anybody that loves football that can get involved with the Pop Warner, but particularly the high school. We need more ex-NFL players coaching. This is the greatest joy I've had. I've coached at a couple small Christian schools, you know, we have like 25 kids, and we work hard to put a team on the field. But it's more the impact. I've done a lot of things in my life, but nothing that I never thought this path, I would follow this path. I'm not a football guy. Get a good defensive coordinator and you'll be okay on any level. But so I get good coordinators, but if we can encourage, any ex-players to go and coach their local school, give back to the community, because it impacts far more than just wins and losses. So that's been one of my great joys. Now, I have to say about SC. So, Kermit, I grew up a UCLA guy. But I loved SC too. So I was playing in the college all-star game against the Pittsburgh Steelers my senior year at Harvard. And so our coach was the great John McKay. And the first day he came up and he said, well, how come you went to Harvard, and you didn't take any of our calls and you wouldn't go to SC? Now the real reason I didn't go to SC was his son, John McKay, was there. And he was the best high school receiver I'd ever seen at the time. So there was no chance I was going to get on the field. But anyway, so he asked me, so how come you didn't come to SC? And I said, well, Coach, my parents both insisted I go to a fully accredited university. So now, the truth is that John McKay still started me in that game. So he was a great guy, but he did not like that answer.
lot of people spoke about ex-players working with high schools. There's one right there, Mike Salmon, whose idea was to do this entire thing from the first place. And he's doing just that. So, where's Gibby? Gibby's doing the same thing. And we honor that, and we're proud of you. I had the pleasure of spending some time with Josh yesterday and last night. And let me tell you, that's a man. That's a guy I'd like to have for a son. That's the guy I want to be the face of football. I thank all of you for coming here, and drive safely, and we'll see you in December. Thank you.
Good seeing you again. Absolutely.
Okay. Still put outside.
All right, that does it for the 2019 Lott Impact Trophy watch list luncheon. You saw the 42 players were announced, and we'll have those for you, of course, on social media, as you can get out, retweet, support your school. There's a good chance your school's on there. 42 players announced. We saw some great speaking here today. Pete Donovan emceed the event. He just had up there a nice panel with former great USC coach John Robinson, Willie McGinnis, Charger GM Tom Telesco, who we chatted with earlier, and just overall an awesome event. Of course, you also saw our friend Jeffrey John Mattetti and Joshua Perry introducing the Alumni Ambassador Program, some clips from some great players, some great former Lott Trophy finalists and NFL stars up there showing their support. And really the message and the theme of the day was giving back at the youth level, the high school level, college and beyond. Giving back, which is the spirit of this award, not just what you do on the field, because we saw some great football players today, including one of the greatest humans to ever play football, Ronnie Lott, but what you do off the field and how you further those good causes and values in your community. So for everyone here today at the Lott Impact Trophy Watch List Luncheon, I'm Alex Crawford, and you've been watching us live here on this live stream. Thank you.